Hello and welcome to another episode of Budget Buggies. We start out with a 3-4-2-1 side, and actually in this episode I'm going to have a lot more matches. It's a bumper episode, so I hope you guys like it. We start out with this 3-4-2-1. It's an English BPL side, and it was kind of an interesting. Whenever I come up against three at the back, I always feel like I have a greater chance than usual of scoring a goal, because those three center backs generally can't deal with two strikers and an extra midfielder coming up and pressuring them. They usually get outnumbered pretty quickly. So this game was no different. Actually, very, very early on, I was able to kind of dribble past his defense. And I'm just going to show you a little bit more longer clips this time, because that could be more interesting to see the build up to a goal. And what a beautiful cross from Ashley Young, right onto Hernandez's head. The 4th minute, the game had barely started. The first action of the game was a goal, and actually after that there was a little bit more right here. Chicharito again just kind of getting the better of the defender and nicking the ball right off his feet. Generally, the best thing to do as a defender in that kind of situation is just clear the ball and not wait for the striker to take his chance. This guy had enough of Kolo Toure in his defense, so he subbed him off. I don't know the other player that he subbed him off for, but unfortunately for him, his defense just wasn't holding, and Welbeck was just left completely alone. I did that aerial pass, and it almost felt a little bit like a tramp goal, but I think I'll take it because it wasn't a sideways pass. He just left my player unmarked. And right after this, I think the guy had enough. In 25 minutes, excuse me, had already scored 3 goals, and he had enough of this game, and he just kind of quit out, which again I don't understand, but it's okay. And remember that guy's team name, come on, because that'll be interesting in the other parts of the episode. The next match that I came up against was a very good Liga BBVA side with Sergio Busquets in form in the midfield. Busquets is a pretty good player. He's got a lot of defensive abilities. He's a great central defensive midfielder. So it was going to be interesting to see him excuse me, play in this kind of a squad. And as my usual rotation, my other rotation squad is my Liga BBVA squad, with Benzema and Higuain leading up the attack, with flanked by Angel Di Maria and Jose Callejon. He had Pedro in his wing. And again, this is just me kind of trying to show you guys a little bit more of the gameplay aspect, kind of how it's played rather than just the goal part. And here Benzema, just fantastic finish. You give him or strikers of his quality that kind of space in front of goal, and he will take that finesse shot, and more often than not he will score. And so this guy, after 14 minutes, I think it was quite a really good start. And then this through ball, he was kind of lucky to get to it in the first place, and then 3 blocks later, but Higuain eventually on his 4th try or so managed to put it into the net. Beautiful control, and again, Higuain is also that kind of player whose finishing quality is really high. After that, I think I was in control of most of the game. After halftime, here you go. He misses the tackle, and so that gives space for Jose Callejon to run towards. And what a finish! That was a fantastic finish by Jose Callejon. I can't say enough good things about Jose Callejon. He's very fast, and he's got a good shot. The only thing is that he's a little bit weak physically, so his tackles aren't the best. So generally, I would play him in a much more forward position. Cam here works, but he's generally better, I think, as a CF. And right here, excuse me, Higuain, another cool finish past the keeper. Again, on one-on-one situations, these kinds of players are the ones that you want in front of goal. Um, they will, they'll punish you with your finishing if you leave them alone. Um, that was 4-0. We were up 4-0. It's a good performance by the squad. I was really impressed. And I don't know what he was doing here, just pulling his goalkeeper out. So I tried to be a little cheeky and try and put one past him. And then in the 90th minute, I guess he just was tired of playing, I guess, or wanted the clock to tick down. So he just kind of, I don't know, didn't take the goal kick. Maybe he wanted to deny me the 5th goal, which would give me maximum points or maximum coins. So fair play. It's one of those things. I'm like, okay, if I'm winning, then that's fine. It's not a dick move, really. He gets to get out with his, I guess, record of not having 5 scored against him. He's had a very good team, so a very pricey team actually. So he was probably expecting more. But I think we played very, very well. Lion's share of the possession. The pass accuracy could be better, and I was not playing as well as I usually do. And then I come across Mr. Come On, who you'll remember from the first game. And I don't know, this guy he kind of changed up, but he still has a Darren Bent. Kyle Walker and Ashley Young, just kind of, his intention seemed to be a pace team. And that's what I saw in his gameplay earlier. And so it was kind of interesting to have a rematch against the same guy. Aaron Lennon, sorry. So let's see what happens in this meeting. And this time he's actually playing against my Manchester United squad. Here we go, Danny Welbeck, nice control. You guys know what's coming here. And look at that finish from Chicharito. I don't even know how he got that angle. And that was essentially it for this guy. He'd had enough. He'd seen me play once before. He'd been scored on by Welbeck and Hernandez before, and that was all he needed to see. He was just like, I'm out. So that ended up in another easy win for me. It was quite early, so you can't really say I dominated objectively, but I did dominate the 10, 15 minutes that we did play. And then I just decided to go into another match. I usually stop after 3, but I wanted to keep going. And then I come across this guy. He's got a very solid 4-4-2. Extremely good players there. Jacko, Tevez up top, Nani, and Forehead, or Yao Kouassi on the right flank. And this guy, I don't know, he was one of the better players I played in Ultimate Team, that's for sure. He kept possession, he knew how to use his players, and you'll see as the game goes on. I have some extended clips of him just, kind of keeping possession and just good play from him. And this is the kind of opponent that I don't mind losing to. And what a shot from Nasri. Dahia possibly could have stopped it, but that was a really good shot, and that probably deserved to be a goal. Nice build-up play. And like I said, all credit where credit is due. This guy was most likely a better player than me. It was still 1-0 up in the 65th minute, so I decided to make it attacking, just kind of. And then in the 83rd minute, I just went all out, ultra attack, because that's the way United play. If they're not up, then they go for it. Sometimes it results in 6-1, but you got to take those chances. Not really sure what the foul was there, but he takes this free kick at exactly 90 minutes. And you guys are going to see this free kick. Let's see what he does. He's taking quite a lot of time to measure up his shot, and I was just trying to kind of block, his left side so he can't take a straight shot. And then he goes and pulls this. And that is one of the most beautiful goals that's been scored against me so far. I was quite in awe. I just kind of sat there for about a few seconds after he did this, and I admired it. I didn't mind, and I'm actually glad that he let the replay play, because this is a goal that deserves one of those, three-angle replays. And I actually went back um, after the game was over, and I actually went into the highlights. You can see I changed to 3-4-2-1 just to get more people up the pitch, but it wasn't enough. I wasn't able to get a goal in. And an honorable loss, and like I said, I wanted to see that free kick again. It was just, what a free kick. Measured, past the wall. De Gea possibly could have done something about it, but that was a great, great kick. And then when I rematched, this was actually a little while later. I didn't actually straight away rematch, but I went in to get another match, and I come across the exact same guy. The only changes is that instead of Dzeko, he now has Suarez as striker, so he's probably giving Dzeko a rest. And this was going to be a very interesting game because it's essentially a revenge match of sorts. I lost the previous one 1-0, and I wanted to make it better. And here I actually used my Spanish side because my Manchester United squad was being rested. It's a standard 4-2-3-1 that Madrid play, and I tried to get as many Madrid players as possible because that's how fun it is for me to recreate squads in Ultimate Team. And this guy, again, this game also, he was quite good with possession. He didn't really waste anything. And then Benzema just nicking the ball out off the defender again. It's another situation where you will definitely want to clear instead of trying to control, or at least boot it back to the goalkeeper. Defender dwelt on it too long, and Benzema taking full advantage. And I was quite happy at this point because, to be honest, he was dominating the game. He was having more possession than me, and he was just playing smarter than me. He almost got through there. That would have been a goal for sure. And I just wanted to show a little bit more gameplay here of how he was playing and how difficult it was for me to defend against something like this. And just, I like playing against players like this because you get to learn a lot. The one thing I was wondering is how he was able to kind of get double pressure on me at times, where I'd have two people trying to cut off a ball carrier, and also he would be controlling the third person, cutting off my pass option. And so I was quite interested in learning maybe in the future how they do that. I know with LB you can ask one of your players to pressure, but I don't know how to make two of them pressure. It made it very hard for me to keep possession. And then towards the end of the game, I just got this header from Higuain. To be honest, I'm not sure I deserved it, but I'll take it. Good header from Higuain. His defense went to sleep. And we saw that in the Clasico this week. Pepe went to sleep and Puyol just slammed a header in. So that's just how easy it is to get the goal off a set piece. And that's how the match ended. And I was really pleased after this match because I did well against someone that I consider to be actually better than me at playing. But that's all I have for you this week. And I'll try and post some more episodes. See you later.